Right. I wanted to have the game off because I like when you turn it on that it starts playing music immediately. I'll let that play out for a minute. I should have had my bass out. Could have played along. Alright, here we go. Let's try and do the dumb thing. I want to do the dumb thing. Let's bring that down a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Wow, this game moves slow. I've been used to Mega Man 2, which is a little bit more zippy, and Mega Man 5, which is way more polished. Oh well. So we're gonna try and beat Shadow Man first without an E-Tank. It's literally the worst thing you can try and do in this game, I think. Maybe there are some worse things. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it seems like going after oh, who are they? The not Darkmen, that's Mega Man 5. But just the recreation robots from the second game. Those seem like those would be, if I had to go after them without any kind of like weapons, sub-weapons, that would be annoying. But this boss is notorious for being, like, difficult without the sub-weapon. Alright. Going down, Shadow Man. Oh, man. Oof. Oof. So what it really is just a matter of being able to jump over that slide, providing he actually does it. It's a bad pattern. I'm not good at this. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, it seems like there's a way to kind of manipulate him there. But you see, the turning around and jumping, that's what's impossible. Nah, whatever. Because as soon as I push left, my stupid fat thumb also pushes down. And so pushing left and jump is guaranteed to be a Mega Man killing slide. We'll give this a couple more attempts. I don't know. Who really cares? Ah! That guy's the most annoying part of this stage. I was doing really well that second time though, or third time? I actually don't know. But that time when I got his life well below mine. Oh, here we go. Extra life. An extra attempt. Ah. Come on, let's get some more one-ups. It's really too bad. There aren't enough enemies in there to farm life powers. Alright, hey, we've got another one up though. Maybe luck is on our side. Maybe. Okay. So let's watch out for... I was just gonna say, let's watch out for that slide. I think that's the most important thing. It's very hard to predict. I actually didn't mean to slide under that star, because I know you can, but then you're just setting yourself up for getting murdered by a shuriken. Or by a slide, rather, because you can throw those and then immediately slide. Ow. That was pretty close. Should probably stay in the middle of the room. Not in the middle, but like at a distance where we can get over him. You know, leave enough distance for him to slide underneath. so that we can totally clear him without him getting up immediately and jumping around. Do the jumpy ninja. Once again, I slid instead of jumping. I gotta get better at that. That wasn't gonna work. Just gotta get better at the sliding instead of jumping. At the jumping instead of sliding. I need to jump better than his slides, and I need to also jump instead of sliding. How about that? Oh man, that was rough. We got him so low last time. You and your glowy white nipples. Is that supposed to be some kind of, like a nipple LED? Or is that just, like, supposed to be the sheen off of his armor? Like, I'm pretty sure that the sheen, the white accents of his boot are supposed to be a sheen. Because they seem irregularly placed, as if a light reflection. I don't know. It is odd to me how, hey, another one up. It is odd to me how some robots have the appearance of shininess, but Mega Man himself appears completely matte. Like, there's no light reflection off of him whatsoever, but you can see there's light reflection off of the light thing, there's light reflection off of the grenade guys, off the suction cup eyeball guys, except for the eyeball itself, which is odd. Means it must be like a flat panel. But like these guys, they got that shine off the top of their metal bodies. Unless again, it's just the paint job. So yeah, why no detail in the actual Mega Man himself? Is it because we're not like actually focusing on him? Is it because it's just too much to process? Surely not. Surely not. Bouncy boy made me grumpy. Even though I completely cleared him and it was great. Yeah, that's nice. I wonder if that's consistent, because that's the second time now that I've gotten 2 1-ups in this stage. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump, not throw. It's so hard because the signals are like the broadcast signals when he basically tells you what he's gonna do. Like, it's really, really, really short. Like, just a few frames. And over here, I'm just trying not to face the other way. So, like... No. Tried to jump there. No! He He slid instead of jumping a third time. Oh no. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Oh. That was so good, but I felt control slipping from me. Like I didn't have control over the situation. Oh. This is a bad one. Yeah, that pattern is bad. Okay. Okay. No. It's horrible. Yeah, such a good pattern too, and I wasted it. Tried to jump. If you're too close to the stars, then one of them's gonna hit you no matter what you do. No. Oh, my wrist started hurting. Alright, Glitch Man, you're going down. See, that would have been more useful way later in the level. Need to skip him. There's gotta be some glitch. I think there is. There's some speedrun glitch about that, or... I don't know. I know there's a Gemini Man one, but... we're not in Gemini Man stage, are we? Alright, no one-ups for me this time. Alright. I don't understand. Is it... do people usually use Rush Jet through that section? Like, why the blue things? What's, oh, is it Magnet Man? Is it because if you destroy that thing you can see again? Even though you totally don't need to? I wonder. Curious about that placement of items there. Hey, TSS 420. I'm doing good. How are you doing? I just thought I'd play some Mega Man 3 before my my normal Skyrim stream, so... this is kind of like a classic coffee and games kind of thing, because I've got my coffee and I'm also very sleepy. Although I have been up for a while, I'm just sleepy. Mostly because of my dumb cat. But I got my E-Tank mug. And I'm attempting to take down Shadow Man with no sub-weapons and no E-Tanks. So, it's going about as well as you would think. That is, say this is like my 4th game over. One should not attempt this when one isn't very good at this game. I'm getting myself trapped. He's not sliding at all. Man. The slides are what get me, really. Okay. Now for real, for real. Because I might have even outlasted him at that last one if it weren't for the fact that I was already injured. And the end of this stage is very bad about dropping health. Ah. See, that slide takes off, like, about a quarter of your life. So, if you can't dodge that slide, you can't win. Actually, yeah, I think that's not shine. I think he's just got white accents on his uniform, and thus... I was musing earlier about his bright white nipples over here on his costume. And it's like... Is it because his suit is designed that way, or is that light reflecting off of it? And I actually think it's not. Alright, this is gonna wind up hurting my thumb, and I'm never gonna beat this game, so... Let's just change this up. We'll try it again some other time. Tapu Manu. Now there's a guy I can fight. Love this music. I also love that they stuff way too many sprites in this stage. Because, like, the slowdown is intense. I don't even think it's the worst slowdown in the game, either. Definitely a lot of things blinking in and out of existence, that's for sure. Especially when you're used to Mega Man 5 like I am. Mega Man 5 is a polished jam. Alright. Morning. Welcome, Audio Mio. Mio. I don't know. Mayo. Audio Mayo? I don't know. Just taking wild stabs at pronunciation. Hey, listen though, like, I think... Oh no, it was like... I don't know. A week ago? Somebody, yeah, it was about a week ago. Somebody subscribed to my channel just because I pronounced his name correctly. I was actually just totally guessing. But I suppose there's tangible rewards. Hooray for predictable patterns. Oh me, oh my. Let's bring this video bitrate up a little bit. Because I think the internet might be working alright. I was dropping frames when I was trying to play on my Wii U, of all things. Alright, now he's going down. But yeah, so I dropped my frame rate a little, not frame rate, my bit rate a little bit. Hopefully the lines are smooth enough, rather the action. Sadly, I need to buy myself a longer Ethernet cable before I can plug directly into our router, which would help out a lot. I really should put up like a donation bar or something like that. Not that, you know, not that I expect anybody to donate anything, just to show that I have goals, I guess. It's very, very hard to even convince myself that I have goals, so I'm sure I'm not getting that across by speaking. Oh! You're gonna race me. Awesome. Well, I got a top man head start on you. But do it. Let me know where you get. Because, I mean, I'm okay at the stages, but once I get to, like, the later part of the game, I'm pretty bad, too, so this might be a worthy thing. Which is great. It's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like I'm at church. Everybody open up your Mega Man Legends, or Mega Man Legacy collections to Chapter 3. I'm going to read the entirety of Mega Man 3. The glitchy ears. Listen though, all the Mega Mans have glitches, but 3 is so pronounced. It's practically defined by its glitches. I mean, there's the broken graphics on top of Shadow Man's face. That's in every version worth having. So there he goes. Alright, I tell you what. I'm gonna give you a chance to catch up to me, because I have to go get another cup of coffee. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute this for a second. That didn't work. I'm back! Hope y'all enjoyed the, that music. Sparkman! Something for the girl with everything! Yeah, yeah! That was for my one person who's apparently in the chat room, for sure. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think you're the only other person I really know that knows who Sparx is. See the writings on the wall, the reflections all point them. Oh man. No! It doesn't pay to hesitate in that part. You just have to like just go for it, man. Just go for it. You know, that part is perfectly timed to stop you if you do go for it. Like, that's kind of the key there. Just take that hit and let your iframes get you through. I like calling it iframes. Like, that... I'm not really into speedrunner jargon for the most part, but sometimes something is just too... Like, whether you're speedrunning or not, like, sometimes a phrase is just too good. Oh, dang. Top man down. Oh man, speaking of, I think that same company that came out with that developed the first Mega Man Legends collection is working on the SNK 40th Anniversary collection, which they're already doing pre-orders for, and I'm really mad about that because I don't have the money to get it this week, but I totally will next week, and I bet that the pre-orders are going to be sold out for the special edition. But like, whatever, man. Wii's hot property, or Wii, the Switch is hot property, so people be buying. Also, it's the first release of Crystalis in any form in about 20 years, almost. And that's just one of the games. There's like a ton of them. But I want it. I want that special edition. They better have it next week or something. If they don't have it next week, I am gonna be so miffed. Because it's tiring. It's so tiring, this culture of we're gonna make amazing games all the time, but we're only gonna print 2,000 of them, or whatever. Literally, that's what I had to go through with Super Hydra. I had to be there at 9 AM to to order it, which, you know, by the way, I still haven't gotten it. So, but yeah, it's like I had to be there on the dot to pre-order it, or else, like, I just miss it. I miss out on it either forever or until I want to pay double on eBay. Which, you know, to be honest, not the worst thing in the world to pay double on eBay. Like, when you have to deal with the devs otherwise. Or, self-publishers. But at the same time, you got publishers who are also kind of broken in their own way, so... And I mean, it's a tale as old as time. Heck, look at Mega Man. Mega Man 6 was not published by Capcom. It was published by Nintendo, because they just wanted to not have a gap in their Mega Man. They were like, well, NES still sells, so we'll go ahead and publish it. I don't know what the real story is. All I know is that Capcom was busy with Super Nintendo stuff, so... Alright, so do I really want to deal with this? Yeah, I think I can deal with this one. Oh, man. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't so bad. Why should I... I don't need to complain. I do think it's devious that they don't let you study that last block. Because it's like, you know, you can sit there and memorize it and then like write it down in your little notebook or whatever. I actually had a hardcover notebook for my Mega Mans and stuff. Oh look, they gave me some energy, weapon energy, just in case I used Rush all the way through that. This game's like, we know you cheated, but it's okay. We support that. Listen, you're our friend. We love you. We're gonna give you all the support for whatever decision you make. And if you decided to do it the awesome way, then you're just that much more awesome. I'm very particular about whether a game makes you feel like you're cared for. I don't know. For some reason that's important to me. I think it's a thing that Earthbound instilled in me. Oh, ah. There we go. Oh no, you don't have to be done for now. Alright, that's fine though. It's a very inspiring game, though. When you see it played, you're like, ooh, I want to do that. I feel the same way about Mega Man 2 as well, but I played Mega Man 2 so much that I got it down to about 35 minutes. 35, 40 minutes, and that's just like, that's playing in a way that I feel is casual. It's just casual, but I never lose. So, that's about how long the game is. Hard man. I really like this song, actually. It used to not be my favorite, but then I just started listening to the songs independently of their, It just turns out I don't like this level. I don't like this monkey bread level. And, it turns out that the song in it is fantastic. But because of the, bitter, cinnamony taste in my mouth from this collection of biscuits, I am, these impossible to reach monkeys, unless you use up all your Shadow Blade, which you can. No problem with that. It just takes 4 of them each time, which is a little ridiculous. Yeah. Song's great, level kind of messes it up. This isn't my least favorite level, though. I'm slightly critical of Mega Man 3, just because I used to really love it. I mean, I do love it. I really, really, really love it. This is, a game from my childhood. It is, in fact, the first Mega Man I owned, so there's a huge nostalgia bias with this game and me. But looking at it through the lens of, like, seeing what they came out with later and seeing what they accomplished before, and also looking at the framework of the game, like, just the reason they developed it, I don't know, it feels really disconnected. It's like it's got all these ideas that it didn't really explore. It didn't even have an opening scene, much like the first Mega Man. But I mean, the first Mega Man was developed by 6 people. This game could have used a story. I think it does have a story in the Japanese version, if I'm not mistaken. Because they talk about Gamma, and they talk about, you know, Wily being still around. But, like, none of that is explored in this one, because I feel like they either... It could be a Karnov thing, where they took it out because they just didn't want to translate it, or it just could be time restraints. I don't know. Whatevs. It's mostly also just that it's a glitchy yet lovable mess. That's what I think about 3. I don't think it's the best by any stretch. Even the creator doesn't like it, but I think there's glory in its brokenness. That was very highfalutin. All Mega Man games are the best, though, so... Okay, so here's the unholy trilogy of bosses who are weak to, like, it's a circular thing, so none of these bosses are presently weak to anything I currently have, right? So we've got Snake Man, who's weak to needles, Needle Man, who's weak to Gemini, and Gemini, who's weak to snakes. So I always pick Snake Man just because he's the easiest to beat out of all of them, with no real additional efforts. I need to learn this bass line. That would be fantastic. I got my bass back, so I'm finally able to jam out on that. I can't find my guitar tuner, though, which is maddening. I can't find any of my guitar tuners. I know they're around somewhere. I haven't done anything that would cause them to go missing. So it's like I tuned it as best I could through my guitar amp, which has an onboard tuner, but it's not an onboard tuner that really recognizes bass that much. So I have, like, it sort of tuned. But I do need to plug it in and actually really jam, because I had it set up professionally, and I just need to make sure they did everything I wanted them to. They had to replace the battery connection. Ooh. Nice. They had to replace the battery connection because... Ooh, I've got a thing to say about those glass guys. But I'll save it for later. They had to replace the battery connection because whoever sold me the bass, I guess it must have stayed in his closet for like a year with a battery in it, and the thing about batteries is that they will go bad over time and then corrode your connections and stuff. So it did that, and so I had this green gunk in there, and I guess that actually was that had damaged the stuff. Like, I thought it could just be cleaned, but they were like, straight up replacement, cost $20. I was like, okay. I guess I don't need to buy Touhou on the Nintendo Switch just yet, because that's what I was going to use that $20 for. Still, Touhou, I think, actually was how it's pronounced. I don't know the rest of the title. It's Japanese, so... No, it's not. No, it's not Japanese. It's just nonsense. It's English words that don't make any sense together, somehow. So, I didn't remember them. So these things suck, because they're glitchy, and so they can push Mega Man off of the side of them as they pop up if you're just standing still. I'd demonstrate, but... Ugh. Anybody who plays this game knows what I mean. Slid instead of jumping again. Okay, what was I saying? It depends on where you're standing, really. So sometimes they can push you off, but oftentimes if you jump at the last second, though, they're more consistent. There we go. Eh. I wonder what it is about those cloud bullets. Like, they seem kind of bored until you shoot them, and then they seem angry. Like, they draw their eyelids differently, which is interesting that they have eyelids to begin with. I think Wily's got a bit of a sense of humor. Anyway, okay, so those glass guys, here's what I like about those. The little glass helicopters that drop their insides at you, and the inside's a bomb. Because it takes 3 shots, or 2 shots? It takes multiple shots, in some permutation, to get to destroy the glass helicopter by itself. However, if you shoot the glass helicopter while the bomb is still inside it, it takes 1 hit. And the reason for that is because the ball is explosive. So when you shoot it, you're exploding the ball, which explodes the glass helicopter. That's a great thing to take into consideration in the programming. So it's like, I really appreciate that. Like, it sounds like I'm being hard on this game, but hard, get it? Hard. Gemini Christmas. I was gonna say Gemini, but I was like, let's make it more obvious. I wish that they had a Mega Man X style remake where they, used animals instead of just mans. And so they brought back Gemini Man, but they brought him back as Gemini Cricket. Come on, you would laugh. I'm already laughing. Laughing all the way to the banks. Good. I really like the thing where speedrunners do, where they kind of like, they're able somehow to they're somehow able to get under that thing before Proto Man shows up, and it like causes this whole like area in here to break in like weird ways. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get that question mark thing. We don't need it, but there we go. Our reward is nothing. Whatever, at least we know. No more question marks. I really like this stage because I really like these colors. It's very neat. Thing is, I never actually realized that, like, there must be some thing in Japanese culture about the moon containing, like, larger than Earth, like, paramecium and, you know, cells and things like that. Just like, you know, microscopic things that are like giant. Because I noticed it in Final Fantasy as well. But like, it looks like these walls and stuff are actually supposed to be some kind of membrane. Like this is like an organic level. I always just thought they were colored stones, but if you look at the way that, like, everything's kind of set up, I don't know. It's an interpretation. But if so, that makes sense, because then Gemini Man represents Cell Division. Because he can split himself. What does that have to do with the idea, or the concept of Gemini? I don't know. But whatever. It's still cool. Whoops. Getting hit too much. The reason, by the way, that I jump up there with the Rush Tank is because Mega Man doesn't suffer knockback when he's in Rush Marine. So you can jump up those tiny, tiny ledges and not get hurt, because he has that much more, like, of a footprint, so you can latch onto him, and he won't get knocked off if you get hit. Oh, I got so many extra lives. These are hot tips that I learned from GamePro. I didn't learn from GamePro. I just learned it from playing this game a lot. Right. Snakes out. Taking this guy down. Oh yeah. There's a way to do this. I had an itchy chin, so... Oh boy. Cool. Now we just got the needle. Which is, stuff looks more like spikes to me than needles, but whatever. Listen though, this boss actually gives me some real anxiety. Not only because he's as hard, if not harder, than Shadow Man, without any sort of power-ups. It's, like, one of the things I fear the most is a nail gun. Like, I've worked in warehouses where, including my current one, where people use nail guns, and it's like, the thing about any tool is that when you're using it at work, no one is ever actually doing it safely. They're never, never, never doing it safely. That's why people die at work, and it's really sad. But, you gotta get the job done, right? Don't have time for all this safety. So, like, people just use these nail guns willy-nilly, and I've heard enough horror stories about nail guns going off, like, you know. And I know that the tool is probably safe enough that it'll never happen, but I fear getting shot with a nail gun. It's a very real anxiety that I have that is more realistic than getting shot with a gun. In my situation, only because I don't know anybody that owns any guns, and I'm very infrequently in situations where they might be. And really, that's... all that said, that's just, in this current culture, you're really just, like... it's gone from, in other countries where getting shot with a gun is like winning the lottery, getting shot with a gun in this country is like winning the $5 scratch-off. It's like, depending on how you live your life, it's gonna happen sooner or later. So, in that sense, there's this hopelessness about that, is that you're just kind of living, because you have not yet fallen victim to the whims of, you know, a terrible person. But, nail guns, that's just like, that's a ticking time bomb. That's just waiting to happen. It's gonna happen to somebody. And so, Needleman, I'm like, because that's what he makes me think of. So that's my story that took the entirety of that stage. Question mark. That made me scared when I was a kid. This game was very effective in sort of building the mood for me as a youngster. Man, I'm getting so many one-ups. Look how lucky I am. Oh yeah. No, not Snake. Not Spark or... 3 of the powers on the same page start with S. That's so not fair. There we go. So what was I talking about? More horrifying stuff? Oh yeah. Right. Let's see who we got here. I don't remember. Metal Man. What's he weak to? Isn't it magnets? I think it's magnets. Yes. Because he's Magnet Man. Alright. Oof. Fortunately, each of the bosses is weak to a different weapon, so that you can kind of, by process of elimination, be like, well, this guy was weak to magnets, so I don't have to use magnets again. I might be wrong, but it seems that way. Then again, I don't know if any of them are weak to top spin, so maybe I am wrong. Yeah. Sorry. The weather's changed dramatically in Texas. We went from hot to cold, and now, like, I've got a cough. Possibly due to allergies. Maybe I'm getting sick. I don't know. I never know. Jumping through the doors. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That's not it. That's it. Okay. Gotta get killed on purpose, because obviously. Oh, that's diabolical. The Gemini laser's the one he's actually weak to. Because if you miss, then it's a long time before... Whoops. Like so. It's a long time before you get to use it again. And then, of course, sometimes the game doesn't actually let you shoot it when you want to. Because it's a game... It's a weird item in that sense. Also, you can't use your E-tanks until... Yeah, which I'm going to do, because F this. This is what E-tanks are for. There we go. Thank you, you were correct and very helpful, but because of the chat delay, I didn't see it until I was already doing it. Which one now? Just go with Gemini, man. It don't matter. It's all the same. Oh, wow. Am I at my maximum now? I'm very close to my maximum. Whoa. Now I'm at my maximum. I'm pretty sure that you can't get any more than 9 lives. Well, you can get 10 lives. I had no idea. But this game be dropping lives on me. If I would only had that for Shadow Man, I could've... If I only had that for Shadow Man, I could've really wrecked house. Alright. I've got 11 lives now. Let's see what's up in that thing. If it's an E-tank, you know. I was gonna say, if it's an E-tank, I gotta get it. Nice. I know! Oh, man. Yeah, Mega Man 5 is, like, nuts about that. Okay, let's see. I guess we just gotta... Let's just get up there. Ta-da! Oh. And then technically my rush coil needs it more than anything. You know, the last time I played Mega Man 5, it did not give me very many 1-ups. What the... What's this? Oh my god. It's got a solid platform here that I had no idea that was there. That's really interesting. I guess they don't expect you to actually get over there with the dog and stuff, so they're just like, oh, whatever. No need to bug test that area. These things aren't actually supposed to be able to hit you, they're just supposed to be there to give you items. I don't know what's up with me. I guess I'm just hangry that, they're not dropping life stuff when I need it. Alright. We got Flash Man, which I think his thing is Hard Knuckle. Let's look. No, it is not. Nor is it Top Manning. It is Needleman. Oh, I don't want to use a... I don't want to use a life. It's not even hard to get there. I hate that it starts you over, though. Ugh. But whatever, I got so many lives. Just won't spend so much time getting those question mark blocks. Nope. I'm doing this much less skillfully than last time. But that's what happens. Also, man, going from dropping like an extra life every other enemy to dropping nothing at all. What fresh hell is this? Oh, there's no more question mark blocks. Well, that simplifies things then, doesn't it? Finally! Life things. Okay. Man, no life drops. What the heck is this? I haven't seen one large life drop since I started this life. And, like, I want them... Well, I want them because I want to face, quote-unquote, Flashman fresh. Yeah. Oh, man. There it is. Finally. You bunch of noobs. Alright. Needles up. Apologies for that loud noise. Banged the microphone with my cup of coffee. Well, if that didn't wake somebody up. Okay. So we're back in this spot, same 11 lives, so no real change there. I think, yeah, this time I actually have to use Rush Marine to its fullest. And if we lose for whatever reason, then we have to get like these. It's really, really hard, basically, if you lose to that part. What am I trying to say? If you lose a life in that part and you run out of Rush Marine, it gets really hard to get through, because it's really tough to get through that with only one energy bar with no refills. So it's like your first time through, you have to try and not use all the refills unless you're confident that you're going to get to the end. So it's you know, it's a survival thing. It's like, make sure you don't take more than you need. However, this part is pretty easy. They forgot to program an enemy here. So now we got Bubble Man, whom I think... God, it's gotta be Spark, right? I mean, that would make the most sense. It's like an elemental absolute. Is that water is weak to lightning. Let's see. Yeah, he's weak to it. Weak enough. Boom. Yes. Ba-da-ba. I'm intentionally not hitting those notes, by the way. I find off-key singing to be funny. Forgive my indulgence. My self-indulgence. Indulging in the self. I'm actually probably going to trim my beard between now and when I play Skyrim. It's so itchy. Nice. I didn't... Okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, I have an E-Tank mug. 'Twas a gift from my beloved. And, it's a pretty nice mug, although it's already, like, the black bits inside are, like, starting to chip off. So it's not the most well-made mug, but it looks good. Probably my most well-made mug. Well, I don't know. I would probably say my Toe Jam and Earl mug is pretty darn sturdy. It's not very big, though, so I don't know. Maybe it is my E-Tank mug. All of my mugs have some kind of weakness. Good God. So much crawl going on here. There we go. That is not cool. I almost dragged my other Mega Man shirt out of the, I actually have 3 Mega Man shirts. I almost dragged one of them out of the dresser just to put it on for this, but then I was like, so I'm gonna use 11 lives on, like, just the spikes at the beginning of this level that are super easy to avoid. Hope that's okay with everyone. I might just rush jet my way through that bit with the... Because those things are like a nightmare in terms of how they were programmed. Oh, come on. Did it too early. Yeah. I think it's time to cheese it. I mean, I already cheesed it once, so... Cheesing it is no crime. Oh yeah, if you jump on top of Rush, he doesn't use his energy as much. I don't know if you've ever seen that. But yeah, you can actually, if you're really good with the timing, you can get through like a section barely using any Rush at all. Like, not using any of his energy at all. But yeah, Needleman section's usually the one I cheese it with Rush, because you kind of have to, so... Alright... What is he weak to? I bet it's Shadow Blade. Could be the Snake Man. I don't know. No, it's alright, but it's not great. It is the Snake! Had to start over now. Why? All because I didn't want to use one of my 3 E-Tanks. Whatever. Now we know what to do, so it'll be fine. Oh, why? 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 I'm not the best at Mega Man 3. I'm gonna be square with you. That's why. Rum, bum, bum, bum. So many years of playing this song. I had to play it in 2 different bands. It was pretty fun though. It used to be my favorite song. Now I think it's either Top Man or Snake Man. It's my favorite song. But I used to be all about the funky ninja song. I don't know what it is about ninjas and funk. But like, it's the same deal with Goemon. Like, Goemon's got some funky music in it. It's great. Give me blue things. Ooh, a white thing. That's great. Give me a blue thing. Oh. Whoops. Snack. We're gonna win with snacks. La 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 la. I don't know how you pronounce the blah la 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 thing. Whatever happened to Snake memes? Those are all the rage 2 years ago. These leaves hurt so much. There we go. Too bad I couldn't, like, charge up a powerful Super Snake to throw at him. Because that would have been really rad. Because, you know, Heat Man. Just charge up a Super Snake, take him out in one hit. What's this guy's name? Something Joe, right? I don't know. These enemies all have names. It's weird. I don't know why I don't remember them. I had this game, like, brand new. I had the instruction book and everything. Weirdly enough, I don't still have that stuff. When you're a kid, you never get to hang on to that stuff. Unless your parents are nerds, which mine were not. So, yeah, if your parents are nerds and they realize, oh yeah, this stuff's gonna be worth some money someday, better keep it preserved. Alright, here we go. Like, I have almost all the games from my childhood with me, but I don't have any boxes at all. And a lot of them did come in boxes. We bought them new, because, you know, back in the NES era, that's what you did. You didn't buy stuff you used. There was no stores for that. Or at least if there were, you know. I don't know. What was it like back in the time wherein I was definitely alive? Alright, Heat Man. What's Heat Man weak to? Is it Hard Man? Not quite. He's weak to top! He's weak to top! Somebody is weak to top. Wow. Of course, because top spin involves wind. Also, I love pirouetting through the doors. I love that it doesn't take up any energy to do that either. There we go. Total pro. Total pro. So now we got somebody who's going to be weak to Shadow Blade and Hard Knuckle. And it's going to be Crash Man and Airman. Ooh, they paired Crash Man and Airman together, even though Crash Man is weak to air. I love Crash Man because he is, like, the only robot weak to air. Which explains, by the way, why why you have to climb so high to get to his lair, because they had to put it in the upper orbit so there wouldn't be as much air. These are, I don't know. Sometimes I find perfect logic where I don't think any was intended. But if that was intended, then... whoa. Then awesome job, Mega Man guys, for and ladies, of course. Ladies actually played very prominently into Mega Man's development, which is interesting, you know, that it's so mono-gendered as a franchise up until, you know, the more recent decade. So this is technically my least favorite level. Although, I don't know, after that Shadow Man run, that might have cinched that one as my least favorite. Alright. Hard knuckle on this guy. Let's see. Nope. That's not the one. No, it's not that one either. It's Spark. Huh. Alright. Well, yeah, we had to die, but now we figured out that it's Spark that he's weak to. Which is interesting and seems incongruous, but... we already had a perfect example of, you know, elemental weakness that follows the rules, you know, were there any. And that was in Bubbleman and Sparkman, but here we go again with more Sparkman, and it's the Airman guy this time. What is weak to it? I guess, at the end of the day, they're all robots, and so they're all gonna be weak to some form of electricity, unless they're properly insulated, which it seems like they aren't. So... maybe it makes sense that way. It's funny how it technically uses less energy to use Rush Jet instead of Rush Coil to get to a high place, because of the fact that he doesn't use up energy when you jump off of him. Which is itself odd. It's like, things use fuel, no matter whether you're on them or not, if they're actively active. That's so much harder than the actual Airman. And I even have slides, like... that's, problem here is that I'm gonna run out of, like, actual life energy, not that I'm gonna run out of rush energy. Oh my god, really? There was no visible threat. Okay, whatever. At least now we got it. Neff. That's what I say. This is working out pretty well. Alright, well, there we go. Uh-oh, now everything's broken. I mean, more broken. Oh, wow. Weird. Oh, yeah, the big med hat. This guy's actually kind of fun. I also think that's the first instance of, like, these giant enemies that aren't bosses coming out. Like, they don't have any... well, I guess... technically they have Hot Dog, or whatever he's called. The big blue dog in Woodman stage, so maybe that's the first instance. Either way, this is the first game that does it twice, that's for sure. Wait, no, that's not true either. I don't know. I just like this guy, okay? He's cool. He's doing his best, as you can clearly see. Also, come back down! Alright, I guess I gotta use the Shadow Blade. I hate those guys. They're so hard to hit. Oh yeah! Dang, that's a good detail. Yeah. Well remembered. Okay, so we got 5 lives, so we can experiment a little bit with this one. With the Crash Mans. By the way, why is he orange? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, he's weak to Hard Knuckle. Fortunately, we know the timing of this boss, sort of, so we can at least somewhat plan on doing that. That's the end of the game, right? But no. It's frickin' Breakman. Well, you sure fooled me. Blink. Bloopity boop. What element? What gamma? Why does Wily's name have an E in it? So many unexplained things. At least Wily's, like, ship noise isn't as annoying as in 2. Boo. 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 I wish they let that song play out. It's so good. You never actually get to hear the Wily intro music. The Wily stage intro music to its fullest because it advances the game into the first level before it plays out. But if you listen to it in the game's soundtrack, it's like this full, it's only like a, I don't know, 30-second ditty, but it's got lots of cool little things in it. Guess I'm supposed to be using Rush Marine here. Doesn't seem necessary, but whatever. I can hard knuckle through that, sure. This song's great, by the way. There is almost none finer. Gotta get all those energy tanks, because we're gonna need them. He takes so many hits. Bolo Joe, whatever his name is. He's a silly man either way. Just look at him being silly. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just get up there with a rush jet. Just so we can do this. Like, later, buddy. Also, later you things, because I don't want to actually mess with those. And I get rewarded for my laziness. Look at that. Again, this game really wants to make sure that you're taken care of. Alright, I think our first nemesis is the dreaded... Oh, no, it's this thing. These guys. I love this song so much. I spent 3 months? 2 or 3 months learning the hardest guitar part, the hardest like square wave to play on guitar, because I wanted it all to myself. The part that goes it's a two-handed scale down thing. And I learned it, gosh darn it. There's even video proof that I was able to play it at least one time perfectly. Maybe not perfectly, but convincingly. And I did it just because I love that song so much. Like, I knew I wasn't the good guitarist in my band. It's just something I had to do. Now I'm the bassist, so it doesn't matter what the song is, I'm always gonna... my part's gonna be consistent. Unless it's one of those where the bass line is just being, like, the triangle wave is just being used to play another melody, and clearly the bass line is being handled by one of the square waves. But that being the case, sometimes I will still assign it to myself. Okay, who's need RJ? Oh yeah, because this is the... I know who's coming up now. But we still need those E-tanks, no matter what. I love how prepared they get you for this battle. Because they're like, okay, we know, this is not easy. But I've beaten Mega Man 1, so... I will still probably require an E-tank, but at least I kind of know what I'm facing here. Oops. Alright. This is what these are for. At least now, though, we can actually see what's gonna happen before it happens. So that's gonna make it way easier. It's really just surviving that first run. Nope, that's it. Just gotta slide up under there. Knock him a good one. Oh yeah. Take that, Yellow Devil. Now that's not just intuition, that's years of practice. Years and years and years. I had to get that fight, like, down in my muscle memory. This song is so good too. So many good songs. No matter what, about any minor complaint I have about this game is always nullified by the soundtrack. If you ever find me talking like a bunch of pretentious smack about this game, just be like, but the soundtrack, and I'll be like, you're right. Just giving people tips on how to deal with me. They want that. Oh. Do I need it? No. Well, I'm not gonna come through here again, to my knowledge, so I might as well. What's over there? Why would I have wanted that? Hey, that's cool. I know. It's not even that the pattern so much, just a general idea of what to expect. and also a tenacity, like a boldness in like standing in the exact right spot, like with that frickin' Shadow Blade just ready to wreck. You know, here's the other thing about that. I had no idea until well into my 20s that you could, in the original Mega Man, using the pause trick to get 2 hits out of Electman's thing. I never knew that before, so I had never used it until probably the last couple of times. Search Snake on this one. I don't know if it's consistent which Mega Man is going to be the one. What? Do I have to hit him? Like... There it is. Jeez. Ba-da-ba. Oh, so, since you're like the only other Gentle Giant fan that I know, I should let you know that, yesterday I was in the record and CD shop, and they actually had a copy of a live album from the band that, you don't often see, and it's called the King Biscuit Flower Hour Presents Gentle Giant, because a lot of the bands in the 70s would play on King Biscuit because it was like a radio show, and they would always get these really great live captures, and it had an audience too, so that was cool. Well, it wasn't cool in this case because they were just shouting throughout all the quiet parts. It was just like, God, people didn't know what they had back then. Oh yeah, this is the boss rush. I think. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I was able to pick that up, and it was really, really nice. It's essentially like any of the concerts you would have seen in the mid-70s. Like, it's the most popular of their live stuff. So it wasn't like there was any, like, real special, you know... Sometimes in the live stuff, you'll, like, occasionally get to hear something that you've never heard them do live before. Like, I actually like their later live shows for that. There's one that's on YouTube where they actually play stuff through their cursed later albums. Like, they even play Giant for a Day stuff. I'm like, nobody actually wants this, but I'm glad I get to hear it, because it's such a rare treat to get to have heard the band play stuff that's not even as good as it could have been. But hey, they played it really well, even though they weren't the best songs. There we go. Ugh, I need to get better at that. There we go. Oh my god, why? I'm gonna have to actually use some E-Tank on Gemini Man here. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Good enough. Padomano. I don't even know. Oh, no, wait. Probably shouldn't go pronouncing stuff in fake Japanese, even if I think I know the word. Hey, I'm playing a game. Whoops. Ah! He delayed it slightly longer. I wish I could get 2 hard knuckle hits in there. I bet I could, but it would take expert timing. Lots of practice. Shatter Man. Oh no. No, 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 no. Ah, man. Well, looks like I get my showdown with him after all. Only this time I'm armed to the teeth with E-tanks and stuff. There we go. I ran out of top stuff, like, completely, so that's gonna be rough. Yeah, it's not my favorite anymore, but it used to be. Aw, man. I wanted that. I wanted it. I've just been trying not to play so many RPGs lately, so that's the reason I'm kind of throwing this one in there. Although most of my days... Yeah, I already made the snack joke. Although most of my day is going to be playing Skyrim. I at least wanted to get this much going. Well, let's see. What do I need here? I guess I just need top, because it's completely out. Oh, but does this even lead to a boss? I don't even remember. It doesn't! It goes to the fake boss here. I really like this song too. Come on, they're just all good. I think I need Hardman for this thing. That's not necessary. Anyways, here we go. No, not showing up yet. There we go. Good old hard knuckle. And now, oh noes! Wow! I love Mega Man's reaction there. That was my reaction when I was a kid. I was like, oh no, no, no. That's too creepy. Alright, here we go. The real shiz. What else do I need? Got all my RCs. I don't think I need any of these others. I think I just need... What is he weak to? Is it Hard Knuckle? I think it's Hard Knuckle. Whatever. If I get any of these turn into blue things, then... Oh god, come on, really? This doesn't have the cool trick that you can do in Mega Man 2 where you can, like, go up and over, so... It's whatever. I don't know why you would... Like, it starts you off with full life in that stage no matter what, so why does it give you that? Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, we need, right? Yeah. Okay. See if we can get him the first shot. Ha 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 ha! We did it. Ooh. It's from my chair. I lean really hard into my chair sometimes. Oh no! We've been crushed by vacuum cleaner parts. Oh no, too late. Thank you, thank you. Epilogue. Mega Man, you've regained consciousness. I found you lying here when I arrived. I wonder who brought you here. Oh yeah, this whistle. It must have been Proto Man. Where are you going, Mega Man? This song is great. I offered to learn it on acoustic guitar and have Lauren the flute play it on flute. I thought that would be really fun to do, but we never got it off the ground. I might still learn it on 6-string bass. New robot prototype. Brother of Mega Man. Mega Man. Ah. My brother's face in the air. And we get this nice little samba. Is it a samba? Or bossa nova? By the way, this song sounds a lot like Gyro Man stage from Mega Man 5. It's got that same... Sounds like you want something on The Price is Right, you know? Don-chan. Bun Bun. But yeah, I probably tried to beat him a few times without using the knuckle. Or without using top spin. I honestly... I don't know how I ever figured it out. It must have been... someone else told me, because that doesn't seem like the kind of thing I would have intuitively done as a kid. I was very stubborn about doing things the way I wanted to. Like, not trying every single thing. So it's like, if the top spin seemed useless, which it does, I probably didn't try it. But I don't think anything else even works, so maybe I just had to try it eventually. But it's hard to remember. It would have been 25 years ago, almost. Alright, I am gonna head out too. Thank you for hanging out with me, though. It was really cool. I just really wanted to play some Mega Man to get myself psyched. But now I have to go buy groceries and clean up and probably eat real food. So, enjoy your day. If you happen to be by later, I'm gonna be playing Skyrim, so... the good old Zelda rules. But, yeah. Groceries. Yeah, I know. It's my turn. Plus, without, I have to buy deodorant, too. So, kind of a little bit of a... what would you call it? A little bit of a time urgency attached to that. Not that y'all could tell what I smell like. We haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, which is very good as far as like the streaming community is concerned. Alrighty, well. Yes, well, the roommates live upstairs, so it would be very hard to offend from inside of my closed bedroom downstairs. But who knows, maybe the house is that well ventilated. A loft from one room to another. Anyway, enough of that. I'm gonna shut off for now. I'll be back probably about 4 o'clock with Skyrim. I'm gonna run to the store right quick. That's about it, really. So, see y'all on the other side.